Hi everyone, welcome to the show. What a Friday night it is. Easter, are you excited for the long weekend? That's the big joke going around. This is our second show. Last week we did the show and something amazing happened. Something amazing happened. I started off the show and I gave a little nod to one of my heroes. You can see right here. Get back as soon as you can, Bill. We miss you and we need you, especially in these times. And when I said Bill, I meant Bill Maher, of course, king of late night. And what I didn't know was that at that exact moment, starting at the exact same time, 10 o'clock on HBO, Bill Maher had made his return. And so I would like to think it was kind of spiritually speared on by me. And so it's it's joyous for all of us. But then I was thinking, it's a dark time for everybody, and this is a great beacon of good news. But not everybody is fortunate enough to have access to an HBO or a Crave TV. So I decided I'm going to forego my monologue tonight, and I will instead be doing Bill's monologue from last Friday. He's on again right now, but we don't know what he's saying yet. Don't change the channel. We're up against it now. But this is Bill Maher's monologue from last Friday. Okay. Thank you very much everybody, and welcome to Mutual of Omaha's Wild Kingdom. I don't know what that means. We're going to be doing something a little bit different today. We're going to be taping the show from my backyard, where I have a bar. Yeah, what did you expect? It's my house. I have a bar. What did you expect to see here? A child's playpen? But I tell you, is this what it's really come to? That I'm being shot on an iPhone? I feel like an entree at the Cheesecake Factory. I mean, I want to go out, but Gavin Newsom told me I'm grounded. I think that's the governor of California. And I am grounded, and I have the blue balls to prove it. But I'm telling you, I'm practicing every safe directive they say I should. I'm using disinfectant on every surface that has at least 60% alcohol. Like Judge Jeanine Pirro. I don't know who that is either. I stay 6 feet away from strangers, 8 feet from Charlie Sheen. And I tell you, this is not a bad idea, this staying 6 feet away from people. Next, why don't we try it with cars? Well, for Los Angeles people, the worst part of this is seeing that the highways are completely empty, but there's nowhere to go. And I mean, some people are looking at porn at home. I'm looking at photos of the 405 with no cars on it. But it's getting a little grim around here, I have to admit. Yesterday, the highlight of my day was wiping down the mailman. My stalker is working from home. But thank you, Jesus, I have no symptoms, unless you count shitting my pants every time Trump talks. I tell you, I'm starting to wonder if he's really a doctor. The other day, a reporter asked him about South Korea, why they're doing better than we are. And he said, I know everything about South Korea. You know how many people there are in Seoul, South Korea? 38 million. Okay, there's 10 million people in Seoul, South Korea. If Trump played Celebrity Jeopardy, cancer would go bankrupt. And then he does this thing every day where he's bragging about his ratings. I have better ratings than Monday Night Football, than The Bachelor. Yes, because your viewers aren't allowed to leave the house. What are they going to do? Read? You're saying, Mr. President, information that people need. That could be instrumental to saving their life. Anything less than 100 share means people hate you more than they love life. So look, we're going to get through this. We are, and stress is the worst thing for your immune system. So try to think a little bit positive. I think about all the celebrities who have this, that we know have this, are doing okay. Prince Charles, Tom Hanks, Jackson Brown, Chris Cuomo, Kevin Durant. Anybody who's anybody is getting this. And you know, Tom Hanks was so classy when he got it, he said it's an honor just to be contaminated. And in the movie, the person who cures Tom Hanks will be played by Tom Hanks. All right, we got a great show. Seth MacFarlane is here. So that was Bill's monologue for anybody who's not lucky enough to get to see it. And, oh yeah, Bill there. And we're going to get the show moving along. I did something I wanted to show you all. I entered one of these monologue contests. A lot of people are doing acting monologues online. And I'm trying to get my career going while we have this extra time. So I entered, and yeah, take a look, and if you get a chance to do an upvote. I'm Tom Henry, reading the part of Chucky, made famous by Ben Affleck. Oh, I don't know that. Let me tell you what I do know. Every day I come by your house and I pick you up. And we go out and we have a few drinks and a few laughs, and it's great. Know what the best part of my day is? For about 10 seconds from when I pull up to the curb to when I get to your door, is I think maybe I'll get up there and I'll knock on the door and you won't be there. No goodbye, no see you later, no nothing. You just left. I don't know much, but I know that. There we go, from one of the great films, Gus Van Sant, and two upstarts from Boston, Mass. Here we are, the rest of the show. You know, Doug Ford, a lot of people are talking about Doug Ford, that's the Premier of Ontario, if you're not from here. A lot of people are praising him, they're saying he's doing pretty good. And I'd have to agree. I mean, he's kind of driving a steady ship, you know, a little bit like this. So that's nice. Thank you, Doug Ford, for everything you're doing. We all feel very safe to be in. Oh, hang on, wait a second. We have a. Oh. Shoot. Didn't end well. Won't end well is what I'm saying. The humanity. All right. What are we doing now? Who's it? How many people we got out there? A few. Hope you're enjoying your Friday. I heard a couple people partying earlier, so it's nice for them. We are waiting to get our first guest. Cheers. And I think we're ready for our first guest. I've got these headphones this week. I'm just gonna pair them. I turned it off. And we're good. Ladies and gentlemen, my first guest is a very important and famous man. You may know him as the Quiz Daddy from HQ Trivia, or Baseball Talk on DAZN. Is that what it's called?
Hi, Bill.
Scott Rogowsky, everybody.
Hi.
Scott?
Am I on the TV?
I can't hear you. Give me a second. We're trying out some new technology on the headphones.
Is this working?
And
Kayla, can you hear me?
give me a second.
So Tom can't hear me.
Switch these headphones.
You got a bum pair of phones there.
I can check these big boys out.
Check out my setup here. You got the AT2020 Audio Technica?
I don't know. I'm not a nerd.
I just picked this bad boy up. You go to B&H.
Look, we're all adapting to the new landscape of show business.
And it's beautiful.
What's going on, Scotty?
Oh, just refreshing Twitter, checking out my underperforming tweets. Latest one not doing too well. 7 RTs, 49 Ls.
49 Ls.
Yeah, likes.
That's
what I call
that. Loss.
Look at you in this apartment. Do you live in a David Lynch film? Look at your thing, pal. I love it.
Yeah, I'm subletting the apartment of a famous Canadian celebrity.
Is it Terry Fox?
Do you know who Gordon Pinsent is?
Gordon Pinsent?
Yeah.
No. Related to Vincent Price?
Yeah. Everybody named Pinsent is related to somebody named Vincent.
That's how I was raised.
What's going on, man? Are you in New York?
Yeah, I'm in New York. I'm living on Twitter. I'm really living on Twitter is where I am these days.
I think that's what's going on with a lot of us.
You hear about this XFL, Tom?
Yeah, I know of it.
The XFL, it's amazing to me that the CFL could be thriving for so many decades, yet the XFL just continues to blow up.
Well, define thriving.
Hamilton Tiger Cats? Hello?
Yeah, I mean, I guess that is a highly successful...
The fact that Hamilton has a team in anything, isn't that impressive?
Yeah, it is. They also have a team in scab picking. The scab picking league.
Who assigns these CFL franchises? I mean, why can't Guelph get one?
That's a good point. I mean, you should start up. Maybe you can get that going.
I feel like Thunder Bay is more deserving than Hamilton. Am I wrong?
Hamilton's bigger than Thunder Bay. Yeah.
What about St. Catharines, Niagara? Get on the border there.
Yeah, again, that's a little bit.
They don't want to compete with the Buffalo Bills, probably. That's the reason.
I don't even know where St. Catherine is.
It's out there. It's out there near, right across the old Lake Erie.
Is it?
Do you feel shame knowing that I know more about Canadian geography than you do, and you're a native Canadian?
No,
and
I feel proud of that.
I'm just a dumb Yankee, Tom.
I know a lot about American geography. I know all the state capitals.
Oh yeah? Give me
a state.
Nevada.
Carson City.
Trick question. It's Nevada. There is no Nevada.
Oh, you got me.
That's good. I could go back provinces and all those. What do you call them? Do you call them capitals?
Okay, what's the capital of Alberta?
I have to go. I see the map in my head. Alberta is. It's not. It's Calgary.
No.
No. Wait.
It's the other
What?
one. It's their other city.
Fort McMurray.
No.
Regina.
No,
that's the
Scott.
Oh my God. Oh, Edmonton.
Yeah.
Red Deer.
That's there. Regina's not in Alberta. Anyway.
Regina is Manitoba. No, that's Winnipeg.
No, it's in Saskatchewan.
Oh God. What? Man, no, I thought Saskatoon is this Saskatchewan.
Yeah, but they have two cities.
But Saskatoon's the capital. Is it not?
I think that's true.
I thought Regina was one of them.
This is so far the worst segment we've had on the show.
Oh, jeez, I'm sorry. What did you want to get into?
Few.
What did you want to get into?
Where are you, in Brooklyn?
No, I moved. I'm in Chelsea.
You moved to the real city
Yeah.
with that HQ money.
Well, whatever's left of it.
Now, remember when I won HQ twice?
Yeah, like early, right?
Yeah,
Did you win $50?
both times, 50
You
American.
guys, yeah, USD. That was, you were one of the early adapters because I texted you the link probably.
Yeah.
I was trying to get everybody and their mother on that thing.
I think I was in when there was about 20 people, and you got an actual $50 if you want.
Amazing.
And then there was 20,000 people. No more, 2 million.
Yeah.
And now there's none.
Yeah. That's the way things work, huh?
Let me ask you this: how often are you getting recognized in New York City?
I gotta say, Tom, for the past 3 weeks, I haven't gotten recognized once.
Oh, it's over, huh?
Yeah, well, I mean, it's maybe a product of not leaving my apartment for 3 weeks.
Oh, you were doing a bit about COVID.
I'm doing a quarantine. I'm doing quarantine content.
But I'm curious to know, and I think the viewers are curious to know, how famous are you?
Well, people are paying $49 for me to wish them a happy birthday on Cameo.
Okay, and how often are you doing a cameo?
Dude, that's. I'm telling you, this country's going to turn into a Cameo-based economy pretty soon. That's the only thing I'm doing like 5, 6, 7 cameos a day.
Really?
Yeah, which really isn't a lot.
At
but-
49 pop.
Yeah, the money is going to the food bank for New York City.
You're not getting
So
any?
I could choose to accept the money if I wanted to, but the way I look at Cameo is, how dare people charge other people for birthday greetings? I feel bad about it, so I give the money to charity. That's what I'm doing.
That's good of you.
That's good. I also just think it's like, yeah, it's a lot of money for a. I mean, Gilbert Gottfried charges $150. Yeah, it was $36. I just bumped it up.
Do you know who Kevin O'Leary is?
The Shark Tank, the shark.
Yeah, he's one of he's Canadian.
Yeah.
He charges $1,200.
Oh my God.
I think it's a gag though. Like, do you think anybody's ever paid him that?
Look, part of it is the allure of I got a Kevin O'Leary a cameo for 12. I paid $1,200 for this thing.
That's not an allure for anybody.
Do you remember this app? There was the early days of the iPhone. Someone created an app called I'm Rich. It was called I'm Rich app, and it cost $999. And you downloaded it, and it had like a red glowing gem, and it just said I'm Rich, and that was the entire purpose of the app. And the App Store like shut it down and kicked it off. But people were downloading this thing.
They were.
Yeah, because it's a flex. It's before the term flex was even coined. It was a flex.
Now you at HQ you worked for one of these billionaires, right?
No, he's not a billionaire.
Oh.
Far from it.
But rich.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess it's only interesting if he's a billionaire.
No, he's probably a multi-millionaire. I mean, the investor is 100 millionaire,
That's pretty
but
good.
it's pretty good. What are you working with these days? How's the Canadian dollar treating you?
Canadian dollar is great.
Yeah,
No, it's not. I don't know.
Tom, are you in your apartment yet now? Yes or no?
I told you where I am.
You actually sublet something? You're is a studio?
You know, in Canada, they're giving us all a bunker to live in.
You all get a bunker?
Yeah. Just a quick click on the CRA website.
I'm in. I want one near Algonquin National Park.
Where's that?
That's out near Nipigon. Oh, I'm
Wow.
dropping Nipigon tonight. I'm dropping Sault Ste. Marie.
What do you miss baseball?
I miss Gordon Downey.
We all do.
I miss Gord. I miss him more than anybody. I miss the hip. I haven't listened to the hip in a while, but I also miss baseball. Yeah, and I love the fact that baseball may never be played again. I'm wondering, Tom, about the future of our world. Are you getting existential? I mean, do you think people? Let's say this virus does go away. Will
I
it
don't think
ever?
about it at all. I'm having a great time.
Are you?
Yeah.
It seems like it. But would you go back to Rogers Center if they say, "Hey, baseball's back"? Yeah, there's still a virus in the air. Some people have it, but it's mostly gone. Would you go back,
How good are
knowing
my
that
feet?
the person next to you could be coughing up a COVID on you? Is it worth it? Is it worth it to go to the Jays game?
What about this Arizona plan?
That's interesting. I would move to Arizona for that. I would go out there full time. But you know what? You know what, Tom? I'm an autograph collector, as you probably don't know, and this is devastating for the autograph business. And when I say business, I don't mean I'm not part of the business. There is a business side to it, which I abhor and detest, and I actually condemn those who get autographs and then sell them. I collect autographs to keep them in boxes that I never look at. It's probably a psychological disorder, an OCD spectrum thing. But I'm worried about the future of autograph.
I'm hearing a lot of sort of a lot of what's coming from your mouth tonight sounds a bit like socialism, or like one of those weird guys who doesn't like money.
Yeah, you're looking at a card-carrying member of the DSA. That's not true. I don't have a card. They didn't give me a card.
But you're in it?
I follow him on Twitter. That's the extent of it. No, man.
What's the best? Wait, before we go to that, what's the best autograph you have?
Ooh, man. So I got Vlad Senior. I actually have. This is a cool thing. Back in the day, when Montreal had a baseball team, the Guerrero brothers were teammates. Vladimir, as we all know, he's a Hall of Famer. Now his son plays for the Jays. But his brother Wilton, the lesser-known Guerrero, was a shortstop for the Expos, and they were teammates. Wilton Guerrero, number 4. So I have a baseball signed by Vlad and Wilton, which I think is in my room somewhere. I don't know exactly where it is, but that's a cool thing. Because who has that? And now, if I can get Vlad Jr. to sign the sweet spot, mamma mia, that's a spicy baseball.
Is there any precedent for that kind of thing? Multiple people signing one person's card?
Oh man, well it's a baseball, but yeah, you can do. They're dual cards. They got, you get team balls are popular. Get the whole team to sign a ball.
What's this? You got this old German guy. You know this guy?
Old German guy?
Yeah. It's the most valuable card of all time, right?
Oh, Honus Wagner.
Yeah, Honus Wagner. Yeah.
Hans, yeah.
Wagner, they call him.
The T205. Yeah, well, I don't think they did actually.
Who has that? Is there only one?
There are about 5 or 6, maybe 8. There aren't many, and the story is that these were tobacco cards back in the day. Actually, this story might have been debunked. I'm not even sure, but the popular apocryphal story is that Honus Wagner detested tobacco smoking. He was not a fan. He did not support the tobacco industry, didn't want people smoking, and they made his card to put in these tobacco. They sold tobacco. The baseball card was like the add-on. It's like, yeah, you're gonna buy tobacco, but collect the card as well. Here's a little gift. And he didn't want to be included in the set, but they printed a few before he pulled it out, and so that's why so limited numbers remain. By the way, this is also 115 years ago, so just by virtue of it being so long, and people didn't hold on to cards back then anyway. So there's but that's the rarest card of all. It's probably worth in the tens of millions now. I remember when Wayne Gretzky owned it at one point. He owned one of them.
Oh wow!
And he sold it. Yeah, these guys, it's an investment. I mean, he bought it for like $300,000, sold it for $2 million, I think.
Well, he needs the money.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe you can get one, and then you can get it signed by all three Guerrero.
Well, that would be the rarest. A Honus Wagner signed by Vlad Jr. and Wilton.
Exactly.
The forgotten one.
All
Do
right.
you collect it?
What?
Am I done? Is this over?
No, ask me a question.
Oh, I was going to do you collect anything?
Somebody asked that in the chat, actually.
Oh, see that?
No.
What do you do, Tom?
Memories.
What are you doing all day?
Collect
What are you
memories.
doing all day long?
Well, what are any of us doing?
I've got my own show I'm preparing for. You got this show. I got a show starting I'm going to be on Twitch April 12th with Gilbert Gottfried.
Oh, that's a good. What time? Let's get that plug in.
9 p.m. Get the plug in 9 p.m. Eastern time. And
Gilbert Godfrey. How'd you get him?
I called his wife.
Now let me ask you before you go about some of these famous people you've met.
Okay.
The Rock. What was he like?
Just a sweetheart.
Really?
Just a
yeah.
Just a genuine sweetheart. I mean, he looked everybody in the eye, shook your hand. This was back when you could shake hands.
Yeah.
And looked in the eye and got your name, repeated the name. So Tom.
That's
Tom
the
is
classic.
Yeah.
But do you buy it?
I mean, whether you buy it or not, does it matter? He's doing it.
I guess
that's the point.
That's
the whole thing in life, just do it. Who cares the conviction behind it?
I wish some kind of company would use that as a slogan or something.
Just do it.
Robert De Niro.
He was quiet.
Cranky.
not cranky, but just taciturn is the word. All right. He sat there. We explained what we're doing. He's like, I mean, he pretty much made guttural sounds like that, but very nice. As nice as you can be when you're pretty quiet.
You meet any jerks?
No. I mean, the people who came on. Are you talking about the HQ guest stars? Like if
any famous person you've met.
Well, yeah. I mean,
I love fame. There's only probably about, I don't know how many people are watching, maybe 30 or 40. You could say which celebrity wasn't.
Wait a minute, there were 185 people watching earlier. Now it's down to 30 or 40. Did I really walk the entire room?
I don't know what to tell you, man.
I feel terrible.
Nobody subscribes to DAZN.
No, and you can't even get it in Canada.
No, was there 185? I think
that's what I saw.
Well, maybe there are now. I don't have a number. I don't have a thing that tells me.
It's a great monologue. Jerks, Yeah, I'm trying to think of like the jerkiest jerk I've met.
This is gonna be good.
I mean, there really aren't. Well, okay, here's something.
Yeah.
But you know what? When I say this, you're gonna think I'm the jerk. So, in my line of work, which is
what is your line of work?
Being an unemployed comedian. But before HQ, before any of my so-called fame that allowed me to move to Manhattan, I was struggling like the rest of us, and hustling like the rest of us, and producing my own talk show.
I hated that time when I was struggling. It was the worst.
Dude, I know. Thank God those days are long behind us.
I'll never struggle again. Okay,
but you were a guest on my Running Late show when you came down to New York.
More than once, twice.
More than once, exactly.
Twice.
Yeah, you're a repeat customer. So this was a show I was doing for many, many years, and I'm still sort of doing. And whenever venues come back, maybe we'll do it again. But part of the thing was I had to book guests because you booked me. This was a huge get.
Yeah.
And the check is in the mail.
Yes.
Okay.
As soon as all this craziness is over.
And the Ryan Leaf jersey is going to be in the mail too, or what? Do you have the Ryan Leaf jersey with you? This is what I wanted to show off to the world. My show and tell. That's why I asked if you're in your apartment. But I guess
I don't have it. It's still in a package. I didn't want to open it. Tom
helped me launder a Ryan Leaf jersey from eBay.
Yeah.
I didn't want to pay the shipping fees, and I'm expecting to get back down here at some point. That may not ever happen. So my Running Late show, I produced the thing, booking the guests, and part of the thing is I have to track these guests down, these celebrities.
Yeah.
So most of the time, most of the time, it sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. With David Cross, it worked. I went to a celebrity bingo Scrabble thing he was doing for some charity here. I paid the $50 to enter this thing, and he was one of the celebrity attendees. I gave him, at the break, I gave him an envelope. I said, Mr. Cross, huge fan. Yeah, I said, I had a letter in there. I said, I host the show. I'd love to have you on. I have my information in it. I also had, I worked at Topps Baseball Card Company, and I had photos of him, and his dog that I had developed at CVS here. I kind of stole the photos from work. They were in the archives. And because they made a baseball card of David Cross. That's why he had photos in the Topps archives. I found these photos. I printed them out, and I said, by the way, I had these photos you probably haven't seen because they're property of Topps. And I gave them to him. I got an email a couple days later. Hey, nice to meet you. And we ended up talking, and he became a 3-time guest on Running Late. So that was an example of nice guy, worked out great, super dude. A couple times, you try to track someone down. Fred Armisen was doing a screening of something.
Here we go.
And so I went to the thing, and with my producer, I wasn't alone, and he does it, and we wait outside for him, and then he comes out of the theater, IFC Center, Mr. Armisen. I kind of stopped him, and I kind of explained it, gave him the elevator pitch, and he kind of just looked at me like I was a stalker essentially, and
you kind of were at that point.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I mean. Yeah. It's a fine line between stalking, but I was at the event. I fucking paid for that too.
Right.
So he never got in touch with me. Let's put it that way. Also, John Turturro. I tried. This one was. I went to his kids' basketball game in Park Slope. He was coaching his kids' basketball team. It was in Brooklyn, and I actually ended up scoring the game. They're like, we need someone to score the game. I'm like, I'll do it. So I'm sitting there scoring this middle school basketball game. John Turturro's next to me on the bench. And the whole time I'm looking at him, watching his kids. And then after the game, I gave him a letter in the envelope. Again, I approached him, Mr. Turturro. I host the show, and he was like, "What are you doing?" He didn't say that, but it was like, "You're at my kid's game." Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like when you go to enter the realm of their kids.
But I had a tip. I had a tip from a referee in the league that the team was playing here.
Is that true?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah. I worked it, and it didn't work.
You're the king of comedy.
I'm the king of comedy. Dude, I'm telling you, that's why it's my favorite movie. I'm Rupert Pupkin. I'm 100% Rupert Pupkin.
And that brings us back to Robert De Niro.
Yes, and which is why I was so... here's my Robert De Niro story. I know you got 14 other guests tonight, but when he hosted HQ, I said, Mr. De Niro, I said, Bobby. I called him Bobby. No. Yeah. I said, Roberto.
You have to.
I memorized, I said, do you still, I asked him, can you still do your routine as Rupert Pupkin, from in the movie? Anyone here from Passaic? Good. The whole thing. I was born in Jersey. So I said, do you remember that? Because I want to do that on HQ. And he's like, oh, no. All right, well, there's my in. I thought I had an in there. I thought I'd bring up this movie that probably not a lot of people bring up. But what are you going to do? What are you going to do? It is what it is. It is what it is.
Scott, thanks for being here. I love you.
This is a pleasure, man. I love you too. I miss you, and please come back here soon.
New York? I'm never coming over there. Are you kidding?
Oh, come on, man.
You got to come here for that Leaf jersey.
It defeats the whole purpose. I try to save $10.
Well, now it's going to cost you.
Now it's going to cost me a plane ticket. I don't know, yeah.
Okay, buddy.
Be well. Love to all in the chat. Bye.
Bye, Scott. Scott Rogowsky, what a guy. A very nice man. I think he's what you would call a mensch, which is a Jewish term. Scott is Jewish, so it works. What is going on? You know, I had one celebrity thing like that. I met Wes Anderson once, and I was a huge fan, and I went to see a screening of his movie, and I was in my early 20s or something, and I went up to him for an autograph, as people were, after the screening, and I said, I saw Rushmore in the theaters 5 times. You changed my life, this kind of thing. I went on for maybe 30 seconds like that. And he went, oh, thanks. So take with that what you will. A lot of nice fonts, maybe not a good heart. As I said earlier in the monologue, I've been trying to get my acting career going and my sort of overall celebrity career going. And that Gal Gadot video came out a few weeks ago. It's kind of old news for you guys, but for me it's still a bit of a fresh wound, because I actually heard about that video kind of through the grapevine before it came out. And I actually submitted to it, and I didn't get in, and yeah, that hurts a little bit, but yeah, here's my submission. Hey Gal, hopefully one of these will work. It's easy if you try. Sorry. It's easy if you try. It's easy if you try. Didn't take it. What's going on in the chat? Somebody was talking about my ice cube. It isn't ice, it's one of those large ice cubes. It's pretty melted at this point. But it was one of those big cocktail ones. Look, last week I went a little bit hard on John Krasinski, and I'd like to apologize. He's just trying to bring good into the world, and who am I to take that away from people? Like between the last show and tonight, he organized the whole cast of Hamilton, I guess, to sing a song for a girl. So that seems like a waste of time for a large amount of singers/actors. But if it's for the joy of one little girl, I would wonder if that's worth it. We have another guest on the line. One of my favorite people, one of my co-producers at the prominent show Laugh Sabbath at Comedy Bar, Jackie Pirico, is here.
Yeah, hello.
I see her.
Tom, I made it.
Hey, Jack.
It was hard for me to get here, you know that.
You had a long way to go, huh?
Yeah. I just had to message Michael Belazzo and say, hey, Mike, do you think I have to turn off the show before I go on the show, like when you call into the radio?
What'd he say?
He said, yeah.
That's good. That's probably true.
Yeah.
What's going on, Jack? That's a nice looking room. You got some Christmas lights.
Yeah, I got some bobbly lights hanging. I've got some prism lights on the ceiling. I've got a salt lamp blasting in the corner there. Just a lot of ambience.
Somebody in the comments is enjoying your bangs.
Oh, thanks. I hacked them
More
off.
than one person.
Oh, thank you. I really had to. It was a DIY. It's a quarantine bang.
Is it?
Yeah.
I've heard of a few other quarantine bangs, if you know what I mean.
Oh, God. That's what I don't understand. Why are people saying that quarantine is like a sexy, sex-inducing... Like, how are people... I can see during a blackout that people are like, ooh, ooh, ooh. But not during the end of the freaking world where you look like shit, feel like shit.
Well, people like to talk about that stuff anytime they can.
It's true, they're horn dogs.
I don't know if they are, if they just think it's cute.
You're right. I loved your Imagine submission.
Thanks, Jack. Why do you think I didn't get in?
Maybe it could have been like a breath control thing.
Oh, because you're good at singing.
I used to be once upon a time.
So you don't think I had the breath right?
Maybe you didn't get in because you're too cool, and everyone in that video who participated in it is now proven to be a nerd, nerdy as hell.
The one guy today came out, Jamie Dornan. I guess.
Oh, from The Fall, yeah, and 50 Shades of Grey.
Yeah.
What did he say?
He said Kristen Wiig talked him into it or something like that.
He looked like he was talked into it.
It's not actually, the whole thing I think is coming off of everybody, maybe the worst on Kristen Wiig.
Why, because of her hat?
Her hat and her sincerity, and you kind of expect more, right?
Yeah, because at least Sarah Silverman was a bit funny about it.
Well, that was almost worse, the way she was trying to be funny. But yeah, at least she's kind of trying.
Yeah, I don't know what to pick. Because how do you even be funny in that if you're agreeing to do it in the first place?
Yeah.
Hey, I have a really sad, bad celebrity story of my own, like a tea spill story.
Oh, great. This could be a kind of a theme of the show, because we opened with a big Bill Maher thing, this kind of the ultimate celebrity, and now we're going through the celebs.
Full disclosure, I didn't see the monologue because my thing wasn't refreshing, and I had to text Michael and say, it's not playing for me. And he taught me, look, this is me saying I'm really bad with computers, and I had to out myself about that with Tom today because I'm crap at computers. But anyways.
That's okay.
I digress. The celeb story.
Yeah.
So I was in a feature film called Sundowners a few years ago.
Brag much?
But it's the only feature film I have to brag about. So when I talk about it, I have to go big.
Okay.
And so, this is a tea spill, I guess. But Tim Heidecker was in the movie.
Whoa, close to home. Our own comedy community.
Yeah. And so I love him. I loved him and Eric as a kid. I loved Tom Goes to the Mayor. I loved Decker. Dan Gallia turned me on to Decker, and I was just like blown away. I love it so much. So I'm a huge fan. Starstruck already. Get to be in the same film as him. Get to be in a scene with him because like the scene just had me doing voiceover, but still I was there on set with him that day, like humana. Mm-hmm. And so then like it was a long day of shooting, and in between shoots or whatever, he's talking to the two lead guys of the movie, which is Phil Hanley and Luke Lalonde.
Okay.
And he's like, they're all like sitting on the couch together, and I can see he's got his phone and he's showing them like some footage of upcoming season of Decker that like hasn't come out yet. And so I go behind the couch looking too, and I was like, yeah, like right on. And then he turns around and he's like, sorry, can you not, this isn't supposed to be seen by anyone. Wow. And I was, oh, haha, like I thought he was kidding. And then he was like, yeah, seriously, can you not stand there and look at this? And I was like, oh, like I wanted to die. I wanted to like melt into the floor and die. And Luke, who like, you know Luke, right?
Yes.
And yeah, we became good friends on that set. And he was like, later on, he was like, I'm so sorry. Like that was that was so painful. I'm so sorry that happened. He was like, I should have said something. Like, that was so humiliating. And then later on, though, if it's a redemption thing, Tim Heidecker was like, hey, I didn't mean to be such a dick. And I was like, no, it's okay. I understand. But I said, but I just want you to know I am a big fan. Like, I've watched everything that you've ever done. So that's why I was like, oh, God. Ew. You know when you think of something, how you feel in the moment, you feel the same kind of, like, embarrassment, like, creep up into your scalp? Ugh.
Yeah. Well, I don't know what to say to that because I'm still kind of hoping to slide into that crew someday.
Well, what? Do you think I just blew my chances by spilling that tea?
Yeah.
This is entrapment. You had me on the show. There's a celebrity tea spilling segment. I walked right into it, and now I'm toast and Tinseltown toasted?
Well, I'm never going to get in a Wes Anderson movie now.
Why? What did you say?
Well, I didn't say anything that bad, but he was a bit dismissive of me.
Oh. But you'd be so perfect in one of his movies.
You're right.
Look at you right now. You're perfectly in the center of the shot. You've got a symmetrical shot behind you. You're in a Wes Anderson.
Exactly.
Oh.
And then you go like,
Like
you go like,
Raleigh zoom.
my parents never loved me. Something
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah, I see it. You're the last person I saw in person.
Really?
Yeah, at the Metro, the grocery store. Remember?
Oh yeah. During all of this, and we had to stay far apart.
Yeah. And I hadn't seen anyone in so long, and I felt like I couldn't make words. Like I was like a marble mouth.
Yeah, me too.
Tough out there.
I always feel that way though. I'm awkward.
Oh, you are one of those awkward guys. But you know what, though? You're not. You're pretty smooth.
I never know what to say, and I always end up saying the wrong thing.
And you always end up putting your foot in your mouth somehow.
I put my foot right in my mouth, and I just say the wrong thing, and then I go, what I should have said is...
That is you.
That's a lot of my act.
Late night show. You should have... I always knew you'd be a late night host. And now you are.
Now I am, because I just did it myself, and that's what you gotta do in today's landscape.
This was DIY. Quarantine's all about DIY.
Sorry,
What are you looking at?
I was trying to read a comment. I'm sorry, it was bad form of me.
I was trying to make a comment earlier, but it wouldn't let me. I'm not part of Twitch.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like you know quite what's going on with computers and the internet.
I know.
It's been around a long time at this point, Jack.
I know. I have a movie. I have a movie making app that I'm getting pretty good at, though.
iMovie?
No, it's called Splice.
Ooh.
It's free.
Like that's what they used to do with real film.
Yeah, splice it together. Look at it. Glue it together.
How's your, what are they calling it, core?
Yeah, they are calling it core, which is, I think, a space term. It's something in space. There's cores in space.
Really?
It's good. I have a day job that I'm thankful for, and I'm still working it every day.
Oh, you're still working.
Yeah, but I'm if you would have asked me a month and a half ago, I'd have been like, oh, I can't believe I still have a day job. Like, fuck this. I need to quit. I have to just quit and, like, a leap in the net will fall and dive 100% into comedy. Obviously, that's what I want to do.
Yeah.
But right now, I'm thanking my lucky stars that I didn't do that right now.
Yeah, except everybody gets this Trudeau money now anyway.
Yeah, I don't. But I mean, I'm happy that I don't need it. But it would be good if I needed it.
Well,
yeah, so I'm doing that. I'm doing YouTube aerobics.
how's your cat Nutland?
Oh, at first, Nutlin was, like, annoyed as hell that I was home all the time, because obviously, like, I love Nutlin, so she's like, oh, brother.
Oh, you're ragging on her too hard.
Yeah, she's like, you're still here every day, all day? What the hell? Because I'm usually hardly ever home. And so she wasn't eating very much, and I was getting really scared, because I'm like, Nutlin, this is not the time to pull something and get sick or do something crazy. Hunger strike, please. Don't. But I think she was just perturbed, and now she's back to, like, eating full force and barking like a dog for food, so everything's normal. But she was annoyed at first. Now she's getting used to it. But it's like, sorry, I live here too. Actually, I pay to live here, and you don't even, so.
She's kind of like usually the human gets annoyed by the cat every now and then, and this is the other way around.
complete opposite. Oh yeah, the dynamic is completely flipped. Like if she was working on a laptop, I would be sitting on the keyboard.
I'd like to see that.
That sounded okay. No, sorry. That reminded me of a perverted comment I got one time.
Oh yeah, it did. Thought it did sound a bit perverted as soon as I said it.
Years ago, I texted a guy I was like dating a picture of Nutland sitting on like a glass coffee table, so you could see all of her feet smashed. You know how like cats sit on glass and it looks funny.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, "Yeah, let me get one of you next, sitting on the glass coffee table." And I don't like that because I don't like Nutland even being adjacent to any kind of like saucy talk like that.
And why would it be sexual for him that you're sitting on a glass coffee table?
I guess if I didn't have pants on or something.
Like the cat.
Yeah, I guess, yeah, like the cat. Although cats to me aren't naked. To me, they're wearing. Okay, here's a quiz, a riddle for you.
Okay.
What are you wearing when you're at home? And you're not naked, but you're not dressed either. What are you wearing?
Cat fur.
No, you're foiling me. That's not the answer.
Oh.
Like you, a human.
I thought that's where you were going.
No, like if you as a human, if you're not dressed at home, but you're not naked, what are you probably wearing?
A smile.
Oh my god. Pajamas. So cats are always wearing like a one-piece PJ suit. They're not actually naked.
What about those skin ones? They would be naked.
Those are naked.
Do you like those ones? Because you love cats.
I gotta say, I mean, I love all pets and pretty much all critters, but like I would never have that kind of cat. I wouldn't even have a short-haired cat. I will only have always fluffy, really fluffy cats. I'm allergic to shorter-haired cats, like bad. It doesn't stop me from kissing them on the lips.
What?
It doesn't stop me from kissing them on the lips, though.
And they ask you to lie on the glass table, and then you kiss them on the lips.
Why does everyone have to make cat stuff pervy?
Who is this guy? Name him.
The glass coffee table guy?
Yeah.
It was this one drummer that I dated
Yeah,
a while before I met Elliot. Yeah.
Elliot, your husband.
Yeah.
Beautiful, tall, broad, English.
A tall, baritone voice.
Pretty young.
Young, strapping chap. Yeah. He's
Got
been
it
great.
all.
He's so even keeled. That's what I love about him. He's very even keeled. He's like you. He takes things in stride calmly. He's a very good balance to my kind of like.
Except secretly, I'm freaking out all the time.
Okay, well that would be.
But I think Elliot is actually calm.
Yeah, Elliot is deeply calm. Sleepy for me.
Do you remember that one time we were in Los Angeles?
Uh-huh.
Brag much myself. And
Yeah.
We were tossing a ball around a lot.
Yes. Yes, in Room.
A tennis ball, because you had just read Room and you were calling everything Room.
Yeah, but we did live in Room because we had nowhere to go. We lived in Room.
We were staying at the same place, our friend Levi McDougall's house. A very generous host.
Very generous. Beautiful home.
And then we went outside and we were waiting to see a Conan taping where Levi works.
Yes.
And we didn't have our ball.
And we didn't know what to do without our ball.
We didn't know what to do.
Slave to this ball game that we would catch.
So we picked up a pine cone.
At the side of the freeway.
At the side of the freeway, and we tossed it around for probably 5 or 10 minutes.
Yeah, we're like, we're back into our routine of ball.
And then we realized that something smelled like probably human urine.
Human stank, dehydrated piss. And I remember my hand was wet. I was like, oh, what the hell? And it had hit my pants.
Ugh.
And my pants were wet. And I was like, oh, this pine cone has been pissed on.
You think you're hand washing now? We were hand washing that day.
we scrubbed the shit out of our hands in the studios of Conan O'Brien.
Warner Brothers. Well, that's the scene out of a Judd Apatow film, isn't it?
It was, and it was right in Tinseltown itself.
Jackie, we're gonna go.
I've loved being here. Thank you for having me.
I loved having you. You were a great guest.
Thanks.
And I love you lots. Stay
A
healthy.
technologically savvy guest, even, I'd say.
What's that?
A technologically savvy guest, I'd say.
Yeah, sounds like it.
Bye, everybody. Love you all. Love you, Tom.
See you, Jack.
Thanks for having me.
Jackie Pirico, everybody. Beloved by all. What's going on in the comments? We got a hot room or what? How many people are watching? Can somebody tell me? I can't see. 40? 50? 30? 20? 10? Nah. Let me know if you're out there. How many people are watching? If it's less than 80, I probably won't do another one. So that's where I'm at. 207. 35. Yeah, 35. So this is the last episode. What do we got next? All of the... I usually listen to podcasts when I go to sleep. In fact, I can't sleep without them. And it seems like in this new era, there's not a lot of podcasts, because I used to listen to a lot of sports podcasts. And I checked out the Joe Rogan podcast. And it's all right. We actually have a clip of him making it. Let's look at that. Joe Rogan podcast. I watched that documentary Amy the other day. Yeah, I looked in the mirror and I saw Amy. Amy. No, I actually did. I watched a documentary about Amy Winehouse. And emphasis on the wine, am I right? Anyway, we have our... that I didn't mean to... Actually, it was very tragic. I watched it. We have our next guest here. He's he says that I'm his father, I think. Maybe we'll get to the bottom of that. Brandon Ash-Mohammed, everybody, a hilarious comedian. Brandon Ash-Mohammed. Brandon?
Hello. What's up?
You're combing your hair?
I am. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm good.
You look great.
I'm just chilling, yeah. I'm thriving.
Are you thriving?
Thriving. I'm actually not thriving, but I'm trying. I'm striving.
You're growing your hair like everybody else?
Yeah, but I was growing my hair before this.
I remember.
You remembered. You inspired me. You were like, I want you to grow out your hair. And I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna cut it because Tom liked it, so I'll leave it.
Okay, now somebody's saying it's 80. No, 136. Oh, they're lying.
People are watching.
More than you got at Bottomless Pit some weeks. Who is this person? Is that DDP? Brandon, hi. What's on your head? Glasses? Oh, nice.
Like nice, fashion glasses. Do you like them?
I do.
Do you like them?
Yeah, I like that. What's going on? I was telling people that you call me daddy.
You're my father.
What's that all about?
I don't know. You wanted me to call you daddy, so I was like, okay, I'll do it.
I never said that.
Yes, you did.
Okay.
You came up to me one day and were like, how come you don't comment fun stuff on my page?
Yeah.
And then that's how this started.
I didn't say anything about daddy. But I like being your dad.
I think you said handsome, but...
No, I just said anything. I said, what
You
do you
said
say?
handsome. You said handsome.
No, I didn't.
I remember handsome. I remember that. I remember it. I wish we could roll the clip back. I'm like, roll the clip, but there's no clip.
There's no clips in life.
I wish they had like a thing in your brain where they like attach it and then they could see moments.
I think there's a few movies like that. And a Black Mirror. You ever seen that show, Black Mirror?
I've watched one episode.
Did you like it?
Every time I look into the mirror, it's a black mirror, baby.
Oh. I like on the internet when you write, he's black,
That's my favorite thing too.
instead of he's back.
I don't believe in that word back.
It's only
I believe
black
it's an opportunity.
to be black.
Yeah. Every back is an opportunity to be black. Put that on my gravestone.
I will,
Tombstone. Yeah, please.
when I make it.
When you make it.
What's
When you
going-
write it.
I'm writing that down.
Okay.
To be black.
Yeah.
What's going on in core? They're calling it core?
What's going on? My personal core or core in general?
Yours.
I've been walking a lot. I've been trying to walk. I've been trying to take care of my skin.
Yeah.
I have a new skincare regime.
What are you putting on there?
I have products right here, actually.
Let's see.
So I have, this is like 100% raw, natural shea butter
Mmm.
that I got at a health food store.
Mhm.
And this is vitamin E skin oil. I think it's 14,000 UI. I don't know what that means, but
It's a lot of UI.
it's a lot of UI.
IU.
IU? Or is it? Oh, yeah, it is IU. You're right.
IU.
And then I use this. And this is what I use on top of everything.
Oh, a
And
classic
also-
Aveeno.
It has SPF in it, so it like protects your skin.
From the sun.
And- Yeah, but I use that one in the day. But at night, I use a mix of all three of them, of two of them with argan oil.
Argan, too.
Yeah, I've been using argan oil in my hair too, so it's like been very nice. I tried coconut oil; it wasn't working. It wasn't
In the
working.
hair?
Yeah, it wasn't working. It was drying it out.
You wash it? So you put it in and wash it out, or you put it in
No, you just put it in. Black people can only wash their hair once a week.
but can you put water on it more than once?
We can put water in it. Sometimes people don't. Some people don't. If they had like a treatment done, they don't put water in it.
I don't
but-
wash my hair at all.
You don't wash your hair?
No,
That's why it's nice.
thanks.
It's very shiny always. Very like
That's a little bit of grease.
a lot of luster, not luxury.
Lugster. Where's the
Luster.
dog? You have a dog, don't you?
Science is walking with Devlin right now
Oh, okay.
because Devlin didn't want to disturb us.
That's nice.
Yeah.
He could have.
And Science gets very like disruptive sometimes and like wants all of the attention, but no.
So what's going on? You've been doing a live stream
A live stream
with
with
our friend Andrew Johnston.
friend of the show, Andrew Johnson. Yeah, we do a breakdown of like something in pop culture, and we just talk about it and dissect it and talk. Yeah, that's what we
What
do.
kind of stuff are you guys talking about? What was
So
the
we
last
talk-
app about?
The last episode was about Gwen Stefani, and we talked about Gwen Stefani and how she came, like her story. Then we talked about her influence on pop music and how she was so beloved now. And there was all these stars that were so loved in like the mid 2000s who like nobody knows about now. But we also talked about how there's all these just like white women who like would take from different cultures and then like use it as like an accessory. And we were talking about that, how she's like beloved figure at one point, kind of problematic figure now.
The Japanese phase.
Yeah, the Harajuku girls. She was also Jamaican and she was Indian.
Yeah. Did she have a bindi?
Yeah, she had in the 90s because she was dating Tony Canal, who was
The drummer,
Indian.
or the bassist?
He's the bassist. And then they broke up, so she's like, I'm not wearing the bindi anymore. But we were also talking about how she mirrors all of her partners. So like whatever they're doing, she's like, oh, I'm into that. Like right now, she's like kind of
With
getting into country music. She's becoming a country girl.
Okay, yeah. And that's too bad that she can't just be herself.
We want a ska punk diva. That's what we need. But I also love poppy Gwen Stefani. I love Love Angel Music Baby is a very good album if you like pop music. So I recommend it.
Do you remember the song I Know We're Cool? Is that what it's called?
Yeah, it's cool about the relationship with Tony.
Oh, that's about Tony?
Mm-hmm.
A lot of them are about Tony, right? Don't Speak.
Don't Speak about Tony. All of the, like, yeah.
Okay, so remember that one, Cool?
Yeah.
Or I Know We're Cool, as I call it?
Cool. Yeah.
Remember in the video she has brown hair?
Yeah, and then she's, yeah.
I thought she looked really good with brown hair.
That's her natural hair color. She's
Really?
Italian. She's Italian.
Oh, she's an Italian.
Mm-hmm. She's an Italian American.
Just like Gaga.
Just like Lady Gaga and also Madonna.
Madonna.
She comes from a long line of...
And Sofia Coppola.
Sofia Coppola, yes. Mm-hmm.
Name some more.
Ariana Grande. She's Italian American. Sandra Battellini. She's Italian Canadian, but you know, I'm trying to think. There's others, but I can't think of. Frankie Grande, Ariana Grande's brother.
Who's that?
Frankie Grande, Ariana Grande's brother. He was on a season of Big Brother.
Oh, really?
He's very scary looking, kind of annoying, but
yeah. I like Ariana because she's a Bernie guy, a Bernie fan.
You like Bernie? You're a Bernie guy?
Yeah. Who is it?
I like Bernie. He's a fun guy. He's a fun guy. I've been to his home state. I like his state.
Vermont.
I like Vermont.
Very green.
Home of the Ben and Jerry factory.
Oh yeah, huh?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
It's an hour.
What else?
It's an hour. What else about what? About quarantine or?
Anything. What do you want to talk about?
I just finished reading Demi Moore's book. I like Demi Moore. I'm very into Demi Moore right now. I've been playing Pokemon.
What do you like about Demi Moore?
I don't know. I just like, she's always been like I remember watching Charlie's Angels Full Throttle, and I think that was like my first like thing of her, and I was like, ooh, who's this girl? She's so cool. I just like that she's cool, and like I didn't think that she had like this like super like wild hard life, and she did. And I was just like, oh, we love it. We love her story. She's been married 3 times.
Was she married to Ashton?
So she was married to a man who was like older than her, like double her age, and that was her first husband.
Yeah.
And then she was married to Bruce Willis, who was like kind of around her age, and then she was married to Ashton. Who was like almost half her age.
And Ashton was almost the same age as her daughter Rumor?
I don't think so. I think he was a little bit older. I think he was like 10 years older because she was 40 and he was 25.
Would you rather Ashton be still with Demi or with Mila Kunis, who he's with?
What would I want?
One second. The capital of Vermont is Montpelier.
Oh, Montpelier. I didn't know that. I did not know that. I would rather him be with Mila because I don't think that they were a good fit. I think that she changed her. She talks about it, how she changed herself a lot in the relationship to like be the person he wanted her to be. And because of that, she didn't focus on her children as much. And she became a drug addict again and started drinking after being sober for 20 years. Mm-hmm. So I was just like, I think it was best that both of those people separated. Mm-hmm.
Let me tell you this, Brandon.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
I'm not a fan of that Ashton Kutcher.
Yeah, he seems like kind of an asshole. She talked about him like in a nice way, but I still think he's kind of an asshole.
Yeah, and
he cheated on her a lot.
What's that?
He cheated on her.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Can't have that.
Mm-hmm.
What else?
I've been playing Pokemon.
Oh, Pokemon.
Pokemon.
That seems so boring to me.
It is, and it gets like, at first I was very into it, and I was trying to like train my Pokemon like super, super fast, and be like, oh, I'm so ahead of the game, I'm so advanced, I'm beating all of the trainers and everybody, all of y'all can't fight me. And then now I'm just like, I can't do this anymore. And I even bought like the newest Pokemon game, and I was like, I can't play this. Like, it's just sitting there. It's in its packaging.
So you walk around and you fight. You have to wait to fight a new Pokemon.
No, it's like you walk around, and essentially you have to get 8 gym badges, and you have to go on this adventure of getting all of these 8 gym badges. And while that, there's also different storylines of like you have to retrieve things from people in order to get certain things, so you can continue your path. And yeah, it's a lot.
But don't you go around and fight Pokemon and try
Yeah,
to collect
you
them?
fight Pokemon and you catch them. You have to do that during the time. And
And maybe you find a really rare one, and that's like a great day.
yeah, the thing is like everyone loves shiny Pokemon. That's like the thing, shiny Pokemon, which means like they're a different color, so it means that they're shiny. I don't understand Pokemon logic, but
Huh. You remember when all those goons were going around the city with their Pokemon?
yeah, that's when I stopped. I really was just like, I can't deal with this.
Pokemon Go.
I remember I tried playing Pokemon Go once, and then it was just like, okay, I'm gonna try to catch this Pokemon, and it was in the middle of Eglinton, and I was just like, and I deleted the app. I was like, I'm not playing this. I'm
You're
not
gonna
going.
get hit by a car.
Yeah, I'm not going. There was someone that fell off a cliff. A cliff. A cliff.
A cliff.
A cliff. Is it a cliff or is it a cliff?
It's just
I don't-
cliff, no T.
Is cliff?
Just
What's,
cliff.
what's a cliff?
No, just cliff.
What's a cliff then?
There's an actor named Montgomery Clift
Okay. Okay.
from
Oh.
the old time. 50s.
The old time wasn't. Didn't Elizabeth Taylor save him from something?
I mean, there's a good chance of it.
There was some story about like they got into a car accident, and then or he got into a car accident and all his teeth were in his mouth, and like he was choking on his teeth, and then Elizabeth Taylor had to like run and like take all of the teeth out of his mouth, and so that he wouldn't choke. And I remember hearing that story. It was on Mulholland Drive or something. I don't know. Comments. What do you guys know in the comments?
They're a bit slow, it seems like. What do we got? Somebody's wondering if there's any Animal Crossing homies out there.
No.
No.
No. What have you been playing video games?
Yeah, I was playing the Nintendo 64 Zelda called Ocarina of Time.
Oh shit, were you playing it on N64?
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's so cool. I don't know where mine are.
Yeah, and then I tried to dip back into my Stardew Valley.
I heard about that. Isn't that what Animal Crossing is kind of like based on? Someone was talking to me about that.
They're similar, I hear.
That's what somebody was just talking to me about the other day.
Yeah.
How was that? What's your top 3 N64 games?
Oh man. Well, back when I had it, I guess Mario 64 was a big deal.
Mario.
And then the Bond game GoldenEye was a big deal.
Oh, GoldenEye was good. I used to play that at my cousin's house.
Yeah. And I played a hockey game a lot, NHL 99.
Okay. Very straight, very heterosexual,
Yeah. Well,
very mask.
we all have our faults.
It's okay. I still love you.
I still love you too. And that is the end of our segment.
Okay.
Talk to you soon.
Talk to you soon. Bye, Dad.
Bye, son. Brandon Ash-Mohammed. There he is, and there he was. We have a comment. I'll have to think about that later. What now? Oh, last week I was kind of making fun of people's Instagram lives. Same as how I was making fun of John Krasinski, and I will say sorry about that again. I know it's a hard time. Everybody's got to get through how they do. And I've actually seen some nice stuff on Instagram Live. Like, some people are learning things from others. Here's a nice clip. stuff like that. And there's also, some people are getting creative. They're doing little comedy characters. Here's a good one here. A lot going on there. Good bit. What a time. You know, you have to go out sometimes. You go to the grocery store or the liquor store. I was at the liquor store the other day, and you know, you're buying the stuff, you're cashing out, and you get a bit sentimental. You look at these people who are putting their lives on the line. So the last time I was at the liquor store, I was cashing out, and I said to the guy as I left, I said, hey, thanks for being here. And he went like this. So it was a nice interaction. He's probably like a bit, doesn't care that I'm thanking him. We have our last guest, a musical guest. This fellow, you might know from his very great band called The Bicycles, or his work as Bunny. He's going to play us a tune tonight. His name is Drew Smith. Everybody, Drew Smith. Hi, Drew.
Oh,
How's it going?
how you doing?
Good, how are you?
Good.
What are you going to play for us tonight?
It's called Recovered Phones. Just a new song,
I love
sort
it.
of
Do you
inspired by
What's that?
nothing.
Inspired by what?
You know, shit that's going on.
Oh, yeah, right now?
Yeah,
All right, do you want to jump in?
sure.
Here we go. Drew Smith, everybody.
A touch on its face, a haunted tone. The secrets inside this recovered phone. Some kind of a spell to unlock the code. Stack them up in a pile, these recovered phones. For a long time, all these short turns, endless go round. All the clatter, like it matters, and let's go round. The valley's so green, the streets so long, an empire of dreams. This recovered phone, looking away, the hurt in my bones, all alight in a day. This recovered phone, for a long time. All these short turns, and let's go round. All the clatter, like it matters, and let's go round.
Beautiful. Thank you, Drew.
Thanks.
How are you doing in core?
I'm doing good. Just, I'm chilling with the baby, so we're pretty occupied with that.
Must be nice because with the baby you probably would have stayed in anyway.
Yeah, there's not much difference, like a tiny bit.
That's great. Do you have
Can't go and
any...
get coffee.
What's that?
Can't go and get coffee. That's it.
Oh yeah. Gotta make it yourself.
Okay.
Do you have anything you want anybody to see? Anything to plug?
Not really. I've been working on anything really.
You got a band camp?
Yeah, like Bunny, Bandcamp, Spotify, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, Bunny. Check it out.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you so much, Drew.
Thanks, Tom. Thank you.
Have a good night.
You too.
Beautiful tune from Drew Smith. That's the end of the show. Piper was wondering about the Jameson. It's just the stupid label that they made. It's just normal Jameson. Well, thanks for coming out, and praise to Bill Maher. I hope what he did tonight was as good as what he does every week. And stay healthy, stay safe. Good night.